Hello everyone, welcome back. So you can see I'm playing Destiny 2, and today I'm going to be showing off the Ruinous Effigy, which is the new exotic quest gun, which is exclusive to the Season Pass, by the way, so if you want it, you're going to have to pick that up. Although they do have the exotic ciphers now, so maybe next season you'll be able to pick that up without having to buy this season, but who knows? I was hoping they would do the same thing for the Fourth Horseman. It's not like it's really a gun that I'm going to use often, but I did miss it during last season, because, to be honest, that last season was not very fun. I mean, the ending was cool, with Rasputin shooting down the Almighty, but everything else was kind of tedious and boring, so very cool finale and cool idea, but man, was it a slog trying to clear out those bunkers. This season, however, I am having a lot more fun with. I do like the direction the game's taking. Yeah, I've always said from the beginning, if they ever have a Guardian that uses dark power, I would absolutely side with that one. I would leave the light in a second. So I do like this direction they're moving in, where you can use the darkness to your benefit. Although Zavala is not very happy about it, but I do not care. Because I actually pledged loyalty to the Drifter back in, I think I was in Forsaken, that was a while ago. So, you know, whatever Drifter's got up his sleeve, I'm with him. But yeah, as you can see, I have the Ornament turned on here, which I'll do one run through with the Ornament and then one without. I'll just basically do the Lost Sector, so you can get a pretty good taste of the power of this gun, which is quite insane. Yeah, I'm actually going to run it the first time with the Ornament turned off, just so you can see the differences. Like right now, you can see there's a faint little glow going across the surface, but whenever you go into the dark areas, look at that. It's a lot brighter now. It's a very cool effect. In pitch black areas, it looks even better. Like maybe yeah, right there. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. The unfortunate thing is with the Ornament, it doesn't have that. So this is something you can only get in the default one. And also it loses that little bit at the end, that little cylinder at the end of the gun. That thing comes off during the Ornament as well. So yeah, definitely two different types of guns, depending on what you prefer. The other one's black, this one's white. Other than that, pretty much the same gun. The other one's obviously based on like the pyramid ships. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the power of this thing now. Obviously, it's already very powerful, just mowing down enemies right there. But the important thing is it also condenses them into little spheres here, and you can use those to just wail on the opponent. So I'll show you here, you have a light attack where you can just do normal like sword swipes, and then you have a heavy attack, which I'll show you on this guy. I'll slam dunk on top of him. Yeah, I love using this gun, mainly for this reason right here. Yeah! Yeah, that's the heavy attack. No matter how high you are, you slam down with no fall damage, which is very, very fun to pull off. And then you have another one, which is why I turned on Devour to show you this one. I'll do it first without Devour. But basically, when you hit left trigger, you just absorb their life. Not only does that kill them very quickly, and it has a great area of effect, but it also drains their health as well. So if you have any challenging areas where you're just getting shot constantly, you just turn this thing on, and it just poisons the whole room, essentially. Anything inside that sphere. And the cool thing about that, too, is if you hold it for too long, you can actually see it starts draining your own life, which is kind of like the lore of this gun as well, where they're talking about how it just subtly saps your life force as you use it, and how the Guardian doesn't even notice it most of the time. Until you hold it down like this, then you'll notice it pretty fast. But yeah, see, I'll hold it all the way, and you'll see in the bottom left corner, there'll be transfiguration. And as you can see, I'm starting to slowly die. But at the same time, you're also still damaging them. So if you really need to clear a room, you can still just continue to hold it down. But the cool thing about it, which I'll show you the next time a big horde comes in, to burn that down. see how fast everything burns with this? The damage on this thing is crazy, and it's actually really good for the Vorgeth checkpoint in the Shattered Throne, because you can just completely burn down those partitioners. Yeah, I'll show you right here. I'll activate Devour. Yeah. And then you can not only absorb their health like that, but once they do die, then you get instant health all the way. So you can drain little bits of health at a time, and then when you actually get a kill, the Devour kicks in and you get full health. So that insanely helps out when you're trying to go through a crowd of people. Yeah, I'll try not to shoot him with the main gun. I also have the Catalyst, by the way, so actually I'll do the main gun on this run. I'll just show you what happens when you hit them first. Because what the Catalyst does is when they're damaged by the orb, you can do more damage to them with the gun. So I'll hit them a few times there, and then switch back. Just burning right through them. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see the damage drop off at the end. That was because the orb was running out. Yeah, 2 magazines, and there he goes. He's just completely shredded. Now absorb their life force. It also shields a little bit, too. It's not a crazy shield, but it is a good one. Another good point in the Vorgeth boss, yeah, slam you down, is that when you're getting shot at, you just run around like this and just jump into a crowd. And what I usually do is I try to run their health down with this, and then when it goes down to like 1 or 2 ammo left, I slam it into the ground and just completely wipe everyone else. Yeah, it has a ton of strategy, and also the orbs that you drop can be picked up by your teammates as well. So not only do you have access to it, you can just be dropping orbs left and right, and everyone on your team can just be absorbing and slamming those orbs everywhere. It gets chaotic, which is why on the next run, I will show you basically just using only the orbs. And anytime I run out of the orb, I'll just kill somebody and get a new orb and run it again. And obviously I'll switch back over to the Ornament to show that off a little bit. Yeah, another interesting thing about the lore of this gun is that Aerith mentions she used the blueprint for Touch of Malice, which, if anyone remembers, was the exotic you get from the Taken King raid, the one against Oryx. I think, King's Fall was the raid. Yeah, so Touch of Malice from that is basically like, this is the perfected version. You see, I'll just run through here. Need some health real quick, just absorb some of that, and then slam down on the Centurion. Yeah, you can also use this as an incredible way to conserve ammo, especially on little enemies like this, because you just get the orb and just start whacking through. And this thing pretty much does sword damage. It's crazy. I'll show you as I'm running through. You just completely... I think that guy fell off the edge. But you just completely run through crowds. It's crazy. So even a Taken Knight like that, you just smack him to death. But yeah. Oh. Got hovered there. Just punched right through his shield. And see, didn't spend any ammo during that whole time. Then I kill this guy, turn him into a sphere, and just rinse and repeat. Just keep on going. You can actually take down pretty much every Lost Sector boss by just using the spear. You create one sphere, and it's like, oh, the boss is dead, cool. Because not only can you just beat them to death with the light attack, but you can usually just get them down to like 50% health and slam the orb into the ground, and that'll kill them as well. So yeah, very, very useful gun. I've noticed in strikes and nightfalls, whenever I use this and drop spheres, my team just picks them up and runs with them. And it's also a gun that I've really wanted to have in this game, where it's like Thorn and Malfeasance and stuff like that, where they use dark technology. So that's one thing about this game, where a lot of the guns, exotics are different, but a lot of the guns are just kind of like reskins of each other with maybe like a blade thrown on it or a towel draped over it, where it's just like not really that different. But then you have exotics like this, where they use actually different materials. Like Thorn fires actual thorns. This gun uses darkness technology. Xenophage uses big slugs. It's crazy. So yeah, that's what I like to see in this game. I like to see more of that variety. So I'm glad they're starting to do that. Oh, I'm missing a lot here. Slam down! Yeah, I missed a couple hits there, but you can usually kill them just with the orb. I'm going to drain his life a little bit. Yeah, look at you go. I'm going to drain him all the way. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, this makes a lot of things about the game incredibly easy. It is very possible that they nerf it, so get in your fun now. Because it is insanely powerful. And it's mostly powerful in, like, dungeons, raids, nightfalls. It's not so much... It is good in the Crucible, but it's not overpowered in the Crucible. So that is one thing where it's probably not high on the ban list. So I'm sure they're probably not keeping too much of an eye on it. But in the PvE modes, this thing just destroys people. It is... You can wipe a whole room. And normally, the Vorgeth checkpoint, I had a lot of trouble with it in solo. But with this thing, you can just run right through. I might even do a video of that. I'm not even super good at a lot of those solo phases. But with this gun, you can just... One of those partitioners, you can knock him down in a second. It takes like 3 seconds and he's dead. And it's even better if you can start with an orb, because you just run up, slam it on the ground, bust their shield, and then just laser them to death. So yeah, very good weapon. I'm sure a lot of people are going to figure out some good things with it. Like any difficult thing requiring void-breaking weapons, this is going to be a very, very good usage of that. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't know what'll be up in the next one, but I'm probably going to do a couple more Destiny 2 videos. I've been going on a spree of unlocking weapons, so I might show off some gameplay. I just recently did the Xenophage solo. I got Thorn recently, Malfeasance, Lumina. I did Outbreak Perfected finally, Whisper of the Worm. Yeah, that Outbreak Perfected, that was so annoying. Just finding people to do that is very difficult because most of the people suck. And I was having a hard time the first few times I tried it, but after about 5 times of trying 0 Hour, you've pretty much got it down. You don't really need to practice much more than that. But yeah, I kept getting stuck with people who I was almost just soloing the final boss myself. But I finally found a guy where he helped me out, and then he brought on a third, and it wasn't super easy still. We only had like 30 seconds left on the clock, but it's still pretty good considering I don't play it that much. I've probably done it less than 10 times, which a lot of those people, they rinse that thing constantly. And yeah, I've done it once. I'll probably never do it again. I don't need the catalyst that bad. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with some other videos.